Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Dracon, and tonight I'm going to be doing a video for a buddy of mine that plays World of Warcraft. His name is Vinter, and he's currently working on a Frost Death Knight. He wanted some information on some add-ons. So rather than going into a great amount of detail, I'm just going to bring this up real quick. I don't know if your add-on panel is going to look like this, Vinter, but these are all the add-ons I'm running, and a couple I'll highlight. I won't go over all of them, at least right now, not till I start playing again, and then I'll show you what a lot of this stuff is. Deadly boss mods is a must-have if you're going to be raiding and running dungeons and stuff, so I would highly suggest getting this. Another must-have will probably be max DPS. This should help you with your rotation and with maximizing your DPS. Next to those two, this is the main one I was going to talk to you about, which is details. Before, I used to actually run Omen and Recount in tandem when I used to raid, but this does everything. It's got your threat meter, it's got your DPS, it's got everything. So very handy add-on. This is probably what you're going to be looking for. But what I'm going to do, and I notice all of my characters are inactive, you understand why. Everybody else I'll explain it to later. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to jump in game real quick, and I'm going to run out just probably right outside the gate of Stormwind or something and just go kill something real quick just so you can see the damage meter work. I have to play with the text, just really small text, and again, you know, you can ignore this. This is sidebar, so it's just one of those little quick add-ons. This is what catches all of the buttons that are normally popping up around here. They all just move over here. Again, this is Sexy Map. This is one of my add-ons that I'm running. It allows you to move the map, do all kind of crazy stuff with it. Don't worry about that too much. Again, this is my HUD. So it's just a lot of stuff that you won't have to worry about too much. Not stuff that you're going to be looking for. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run, you know, pretty much right outside the gate, and I'm going to show you the details add-on, and that way you can get an idea of what it does and see if or not it is what you're looking for. And again, the text is really small on it, but I'll kind of highlight it over and show you what it does. But like I said, we're just going to run right out here somewhere. Hopefully I can find something to kill. It probably won't last very long because of course nothing, you know, I'm a higher level than most anything out here, so unless it's a rare mob, it's just going to be a quick kill. There's a level 13 spider, that'll work. Alright, so let me bring the add-on up real quick. So this is the add-on itself, and of course it's got a bunch of functionality. It's got a bunch of stuff you can change. But what you're primarily interested in is looking to see what it's going to do. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and pick this guy, and we're going to run over and go ahead and get it. So as you can see, it's already picking up my damage. It's showing how much damage I did. This is damage done. This isn't DPS, which is what you want. So you can bring up DPS. Come over here, bring up DPS, and there's my DPS. It tells you by ability what your DPS is. So we'll go ahead and attack something else. Let's go with her. So, you know, 70 DPS. Like I said, a low level 13. You're not going to get any real fancy numbers off of this. But it's giving you an idea of what it's doing, and you can imagine you get a whole raid going, what this is going to end up doing. So like I said, you just keep building and building, and it rates your whole thing. What I will do is this. Let's see if I can get it to show the test bars, and it always, you know, it sometimes shows you what everything's going to look like. let's see, raid tools, performance tweaks, status charts. Here we go, test bars. So in a raid scenario, and if you're looking at this, you can see it's just showing you what all it's doing. So this shows you your DPS, shows you who's got lead, come up to damage done, it shows you that, damage taken, friendly fire frags, enemy damage, auras. Then you can go up into healing, you can do healing done, heals per second, overhealing done, healing taken. So just so many different add-ons, different sections of the thing that you can use. You should be able to, in theory, let's see, 14, 15k, 22k. Yeah, so this second column right here is showing the DPS. So you get the damage done, the DPS, and the percent of the total raid's DPS. So this shows you all you need to know in one thing. So that just gives you an idea of what it's going to do. But again, like I said, very handy little add-on. Should do what you want to do with it, and hopefully that's one of the ones that's going to help you out. So the other thing that I wanted to show you was I did some checking around and actually found a couple of dungeons that I would suggest for you, man, because you were talking about looking for one-hand swords. So what I'm going to do is just get over here real quick, and I'm going to show you what I found in Atlas Loot. This is an add-on I use to find all my upgrades, and everything tells you about them, tells you where to find them. So what I was looking at is Halls of Reflection for one. Falric has a thing called Ghoul Slicer, and this is level 70 one hand. It is not a unique equip, so you should be able to equip one in each hand just in case. You can also get this axe from them if you can equip axes. I'm not sure. If not, then you also have Forge of Souls, and you got this, which is a really nice tanking mace for one hand. So you could dual wield those. And then there was a third dungeon, which was Utgard Pinnacle off of King Myron, which is Myron's Blade. So it's close to 70, probably as close as you're going to get. So what I would highly suggest is get the Jeff and the guys to drag you through Halls of Reflection until you get two of the Ghoul Slicers, and run with that, and that should carry you to level 80. Once you get to level 80, then I would suggest skipping all the crap, and I would suggest going straight into, once you get to level 80, I would suggest going straight into this. So just drop straight into raids as soon as you can, and just run, have them drag you through. Me and Realta can two-man this. So we've two-manned 25 heroic ICC. So dragging you through would be nothing to get you some of this gear at level 80. So my suggestion is do that. Otherwise, just level your butt off, get up as fast as you can, and then just go for max level stuff. Don't worry about gear so much. Focus on leveling. Gear will come as you're doing things. So if you're tanking or DPSing dungeons like you've been doing, gear will come as you're doing it. So I would just keep going. Now, that's an interesting thing. I didn't know Void Elves could be Alliance. That's interesting as hell. Anyway, ADD moment. We have those. But yes, that would be my suggestion, is to not so much focus on gear. Get what you need from running dungeons, from tanking, from DPSing as you're leveling. But don't so much focus on gear, and just get up to max level. The faster you get up to 110, 120, the faster the Jeff and the crew can drag you through the higher level stuff and get you gear. So that would be my suggestion, is just keep doing what you're doing, keep dungeon leveling, keep grinding, and just take whatever gear falls and go from there. I like your idea with the heirloom gear. It's definitely a way to go. Um, I don't actually think I have um, many of the heirlooms, especially not those weapons. Um, I've got that. It's up to 90, 1 to 90. So, I mean, not a bad choice. You can do 2 of those, but that's a dagger, of course. Um, Daggers, that's a 2-hand sword. Um, 2-hand, it's a 1-hand mace. I don't have any of the other high level stuff, but I would definitely recommend, if you can get any of this stuff, to grab it and get it leveled up. And to go with that. So you have a good plan with using these. Um, they are kind of expensive to level up, especially. I would just go to 90, honestly. I wouldn't worry about doing the 1 to 100 or anything like that. I would just do 1 to 90. That should be plenty, and then by the time you hit 90, you'll start on your artifact gear, and you'll pretty much replace all of this stuff anyway. So yeah, I would just run up to like 90 to 100 using these, and then just get gear, because you'll be amazed at the jump between some of this stuff. Um, so yeah, you've got a good idea. Keep running with it, man. If you need any other suggestions for add-ons, if you need any other suggestions for gear, anything like that, just ask. As soon as we get our accounts activated, we can run together a little bit. This is one of my guilds that I have in the Alliance, just mostly me and Rialta's characters. I've got, I think, 2 others on other servers. I've got a couple of Horde guilds, but it's completely up to whatever you want to do, man. So just let me know. Hopefully this helped out, and I'll talk to you at work sometime, man.